Alright, so basically, I'm going to be doing this via Google Hangout. And the reason why I'm doing this via Google Hangout is because YouTube, again, having technical difficulties with my laptop. It seems like they always do this, like, at least, what, half the year, basically. So, basically, the only way I can make a review without, basically saying screw it. And I was going to say screw it, but, I thought, okay, what, that could kind of mean to my fellow subscribers. So, I'm not gonna leave it again saying like that. So I'm just gonna try to keep this short and sweet, really. Think we'll hang out and go whatever, but I'm obviously not gonna go like hours reviewing Raw. So kick off tonight. You had no King Kinza, and no Queen Queenza, no Stephanie, no Triple H, but out comes Reigns, and basically saying that he can stop Cena, Kane can't stop him, and Reigns will win the title. And basically, he calls Kane not Triple H's lapdog, but Randy Orton's bitch. Comes Kane, and Kane and Roman Reigns start beating up on each other, have a little brawl. And then I'm thinking, wow, Jamie Noble has a job. Like, he's working backstage along with, I know Drew Mercury and Finlay are agents and, agents, whatever, backstage, but wow, Jamie Noble? Okay, I'm not going against it. I always liked Jamie Noble. So it's like cool, yeah, yeah, actually. But anyways, obviously building the feud for Battleground Fatal 4. So then we have Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, the Wyatt families versus the Usos in the title match. The match was good, but it's like, okay, how many times do we have to see this? This is going to become like the Gold Brothers, Goldust to Stardust, facing our back. So like it's over and over and over and over and over again. This is kind of the same situation over and over and over again. If the payoff at freaking Battleground is nuts, the Wyatt family winning the tag titles, and I'm just sitting here going, wow, you really are waiting for the Ascension. Just freaking get called up and kill the Usos again. As I keep saying this over and over again. So then you have a one-arm tied behind their back Divas match between Wonder Woman and Big Kitty Bella, Nikki Bella, versus Alicia Fox. And it was just, wasn't that good. I know people are like, oh, this was a waste of time. Technically, it wasn't just to build up, Kitty Bella, Brie Bella versus the Queen Stephanie at SummerSlam. So, today was a waste of time. Really, it's not. So then you have Rusev versus Rob Van Dam, who surprisingly enough is starting to become, instead of no job Rob, to just job Rob. Because surprisingly, he's jobbing lately. And it's finally, took you long enough, but nonetheless, it's good to see. It's not bad at all to see. In Benghazi, he lost cleanly. I know he had Swagger, he announced that Swagger and Rusev were having a match about a room, which, shouldn't be too bad. But, Rusev looked pretty good in this match nonetheless, and, Lana, boom. Then you move on to the homeless guy, Dean Ambrose, versus Unlucky Thornton. And, overall, not a bad match, probably the best match of the night. A lot of matches tonight. But, obviously, people pointing out that one box that Orton had in the match, people are like, oh, stupid. But, I know Dean lost cleanly, and people are kind of like, yeah. But, you don't want to push Dean Ambrose to the moon, at least not this early, and not only that, you got to make Orton look at the right to win the World Heavyweight Championship back at Battleground, that Fatal 4-Way match. So, you know what? Hey, it works. Then you have Dolph Ziggler versus Alberto Carrillo, the number one contenders match for the United States Championship, and you have Fandango on commentary. And the thing is, it's interesting. Obviously, it's a character, but on Total Divas, Fandango is just like, hey, Summer, yeah, what did I do? Okay. And then on TV, his character is all like, yeah, you wouldn't do like, what the hell are you saying, dude? Seriously. But, remember, guys, Ziggler and Del Rio feuded for the world title last year. But Del Rio wins, so we get Del Rio versus Sheamus for the 8th billionth time on main event for the United States title. Yay. it just builds up to the feud between Ziggler and Fandango, which leads to a backstage segment between Fandango and a little English muffin Layla, who looks great in black. She's like, she's basically saying that how like, oh, you have a thing for summer. Like she's jealous of. Like, she's asking if he's jealous of what Dolph did last week with Summer. He basically lied. You can tell he lied. No, that was I have eyes on for you. And then Summer appears randomly out of nowhere because the camera turns to the right, and Summer looks like she's about 5 minutes away to do a freaking Brazzers freaking porno scene. And it's not the like, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Like I get it, they're doing like another Divas feud because think about it, technically they're doing like 4 Divas feuds at once. And I'm just sitting here going, oh, that's a cluster. But nonetheless, it's just hey, they're using the Divas, that's good. But it's I still don't get the point. I get it's a love triangle, but this is I'm not a fan of love triangles. You can tell. It's just to me just hey guys, still had a Goldust and Stardust segment, but you know what? That was actually funny because I really think Cody Rhodes is really digging this whole Stardust gimmick because he's just having a lot of fun with it, and it's just funny, it's weird, but it's entertaining as hell. So I just roll with it. So we're in Montreal, right? So out comes the one, the only Bret the Hitman Hart. Best there was, best there ever will be, and best there is. Plain and simple. So out he comes, gets a nice pop, and out comes Bret's Hitman Sandhart. Bret Damien Sandow coming up to Bret Hart, and it's just like, is that really what you brought Bret Hart for? Just to punch Sandow in the face? Ugh. Then comes Sheamus, beat the holy hell out of Sandow within a minute. The end. Like, no, the end. Really. So then you have Chris Jericho versus The Miz. Honestly, I felt like this was a match that you could have at Battleground easily. I don't know why you have it at some kind of on Raw free television. Because I know WWE's obviously moving towards Jericho and Wyatt, most likely at Battleground. But to me, Wyatt and Jericho is more of a SummerSlam match than, whatever. Because, that's a match that's like, okay, you got a nice young upcoming star and Bray Wyatt, and you got obviously the veteran who's accomplished so much in the wrestling industry like Chris Jericho. That makes sense for SummerSlam, not Battleground. Battleground, you could easily be Miz versus Jericho, but I guess, no. Let's keep bearing Miz. Even though, obviously Miz should be probably going to be there longer than Jericho is, because Jericho's about to do his podcast, which is entertaining, and going back to doing Fozzy. But, nonetheless, Chris Jericho beats Miz. Pretty good match, nonetheless. Just thought maybe they could have had Bray Wyatt distract Jericho, that way lose the match, but I guess they already had the distraction earlier with the whole Fandango's music distracting Ziggler, so I guess they can't have that twice in one night. But, yeah. So then you move on to the Divas Tag Team match. Cameron and Naomi, the Funkadactyls, versus the Miss 12-year-old AJ Brooks versus Paige in the tag team match. And, I'm actually, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually starting to be on board on giving this whole AJ Paige, feud program they're working together a chance. Because it could be good. I'm just waiting down the road till Paige gets the holy hell out of AJ right then and there. And I'm going to laugh, I'm going to work out, and I'm going to be happy with that. So this is like Paige kind of sarcastically, being there for AJ, saying, this is good. Cool. Screw with AJ's mind. She's just screwing her mind and a bunch of other things backstage, but that's for another story. But this was mainly about Cameron and Naomi, their breakup at the end of the match, and I'm thinking, thank God. Someone talented like Trinity does not need someone who's pointless in the company like Cameron. A.K.A. Ariane. Pointless, and not supposed to be here. And then you have Cesaro versus Kofi Kingston. Cesaro loses for the second straight week to Kofi Kingston, and it's just like, this man won the Battle Royal, the 100th Giant Battle Royal WrestleMania, and now he's just losing Kofi Kingston. At least it wasn't on the app. It was on national television. So I guess that's one small bright spot to it. I have no idea. So then you have El Torito versus Bo Dallas. And all you got to know is Bo Dallas is still undefeated. And after his victory lap, he ran over El Torito, which was hilarious. That was the best part of the whole entire match segment. And that was the best part. So now you have versus the long lost X-Men, Seth Rollins. And I'm thinking, okay, obviously WWE's got to protect both these guys, but the guys are doing fairly well, you know, obviously. And I'm thinking they got to protect them. So out comes basically exactly like last week, minus gut. You have Randy Orton come down, you have Kane come down, you have Roman Reigns, Cena's laid out, Seth Rollins about to cash in his briefcase, and bam, here comes Dean Ambrose again. And you know, this Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins feud is actually pretty good. It's very entertaining. You know, I enjoy it, and I know a lot of people enjoy it too. And you know, it's the best, probably the best thing that we have going for right now, honestly. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. And that's saying something when it's going over the world title feud, which happens to be a fatal four-way match at Battleground. But nonetheless, overall, decent Raw. I wouldn't say it was as good as last week's, but still, you know, okay Raw. Not too bad, not too shabby. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and that's it for me. Later.